Well, when it comes to teaching our kids, the buzz phrase for educators has been STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And many educators feel that the students need a balance of courses to form the well-rounded, critical thinking young person. There is a new push to add A to the STEM to make it STEAM, a learning necessity from preschool to college. Dr. Eric Klopfer, science educator at MIT, shares the importance of STEAM versus STEM and ways to help maximize learning during the critical ages. Welcome, Doctor, from New York City this morning. How are you?
Good to be with you. I'm well.
Wonderful. Now, we know that there has been a huge push to increase STEM subjects over the past years as technology drives practically everything. But exactly what is STEAM and why is it so important?
STEAM is this idea that we're adding the arts to the science, technology, engineering, and math. The idea is we want kids to be creative and expressive and be able to use technology not to just consume media, but be able to produce things themselves and be able to connect to their own interests and ultimately turn them into well-rounded, well-developed kids for the 21st century.
That's really interesting there. So how does STEAM bridge the technological, artistic disciplines in an individual?
Yeah, if you think about a lot of the professions and hobbies that people have today, everything from web design development to music production to movie production, they all combine aspects of the sort of technical engineering aspects along with arts and creativity. It's important to get kids inspired and ready to be able to do some of these things and be able to have them feed off of each other so that their interest in technology feeds their interest in arts and vice versa.
Just a well-rounded young individual that'll be well-rounded and pretty smart when they get a little bit older. Great advice there in going in that direction. Now, great devices that are on the market to help our children learn. How can we be sure that we're providing the best possible technologies to our children?
It's a challenge to provide, particularly for younger kids. As kids get older, there's lots of devices that are available to them. For younger kids, it's important to find devices that provide the sort of the safe content that you want, as well as providing the open sort of access to creative and expressive tools. So for example, one tablet that I've used recently with my daughter, the Tab Max from Vtech, allows her to be able to use proprietary content along with open Android marketplace content that's carefully curated for her, and allows her to be able to do some of those creative, expressive apps like movie making that allows her to be using technology to do things that are creative and expressive.
That's wonderful stuff there. Now, we know that math and science are a big focus in high school and colleges, but how can we get our younger children engaged too, and what kinds of programs are out there that represent STEAM?
It's important to think about this not as something that's exclusive to older kids. It's something that younger kids can be doing as well, developing their interest in arts and creativity through that sort of entry point through technology, or vice versa. So for example, I was using a movie making app with my daughter the other day, and she was using it to make stop motion animation on her Tab Max tablet. And in order to do that, she had to think about how far apart things were going to be, where the different things in her animation were going to be placed, how long the movie was going to be, and how many frames that would need to be. And so she had to use sort of elements of technology, engineering, mathematics, and certainly that creative expression to do something that she thought was interesting and ultimately would make me laugh in the end.
Wow, a new movie director coming up real soon, that's for sure. Where can we get some more information, sir, on this?
You can get more information about STEAM education at vtechkids.com/itmax.
Thank you for joining us today from New York City, Doctor.
Thanks. Good to be with you.
And we've got more after the break, so stay with us.